just go with it. What I'm going to do today is we're going to talk more about interactivity. Um, in particular, how to use other pages and how to attach buttons to get back and forth from pages, which we haven't really discussed yet. Um, I did a little bit. Why don't I just show you what this is? It's a mess right now, and that's supposed to be the case. But just to show you what's happening, uh, we have that going on back there, and there's a gallery here, and this is a video thing playing. And the gallery is what I'm really interested in. I'm gonna have to get rid of this because the gallery lets me put other things
Well, I
together.
don't. I don't have to look at you guys. So, nothing against you guys.
We're gonna close that. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I might even be better off starting with a clean page, but for the time being, I'm not going to. I'm going to make an extra page. If I go here, uh, I'm actually going to ditch this page, which is something I was experimenting with. And now I'm going to create a new page to work on. I just hit a plus, and it gives me a blank page. It's as good a place to start as any. Now let's put a gallery in that page. I'll take a gallery we haven't used yet. I don't think we used a 360, so let's drop that in there. And this page should have all the parameters of any of our other pages. What we'll do here is we'll turn it into percentages. Make sure I have a line to container and fluid layout on. That will help more. And I want to make this gallery fill up everything. So I'll put it there. And we'll go to 100% on the width and 100. Oh, and I already did that on the height. On the height. Oh, look, they're locked. Let's unlock them. We'll go there. So it's 100 and 100. Good. Now let's fill this gallery. We do that down here, and we have a lot of assets already. We'll call this Luna Pulling. And I don't want to use spaces. Spaces are always trouble. And this is where I pick the images I'm going to put in there. I should have already loaded some, but we'll go to the thing that lets me load them. I can drag and drop them, or I can do it this way, which is to load them over. I will probably drag and drop them because then I can see them better. Let's get a file window up there. Here's a file window. I probably put these. I'm going to guess I put them in downloads. This is why we have to know our paths. And probably in downloads, something like called Pictures 2, I'm guessing. Really, I shouldn't be guessing, but who's kidding who? Photos 2, there it is. I bet it's Photos 1. Yes, because I have these ones called resize. These are the important ones because these are the ones that I reduced down to about 1K each, 1,000 pixels across. You'll even see if I park on it, it gives me dimensions 750 by 1,000. Dimensions, here, we'll try this one. 1,300 by 1,000, all by 1,000. The reason I'm using these again is because if I use these ones, these are ridiculously huge. 4,032. That's 16 times the size. It'll take forever to load. You don't want to do that. You want your images relatively small. Okay, so go back in here, and now I can drag and drop what I want because I know this is her pulling. So like that's a pull one, and that's a pull one, and oh, there's some pull ones up here. I'm saying that's a pull one. That's definitely a pulling one. That's a pulling one. She's pulling so hard we can't even see it. Another pulling one. Another pulling one. Another one there. And some others. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay. Now I could take others. I can resort them, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to hit OK. And here's the thing about this. I can't preview this. Watch, if I do it. It just shows me that original page, and we're not going to that page yet. So we have to have a way to get over that page. We're going to use something called a button. Let me go back to my first page. That's this page one here, right? Now let's go to our components. They have a pre-made button. We'll use that first to give you an idea how they work. Button, button, button. There's a button. Okay. I'm going to drag that button out here. We're going to put it on top of everything. It's on top row up here. It's not that big. Let's look at its properties. It's called button 1. That's good. We'll make it bigger. So it's a pretty big button. Good. We'll call this gallery. Pulling gallery. And there's a bunch of things about the way I can make it look, what it's going to say in it. See Luna Pull. And that should now say See Luna Pull. So that's just setting up the graphics of it. There's colors and other things I can change too. But what I have to do now is I have to attach an action to that button. I'm on that button layer right here, and I hit Add Event, and the event, it's on button 1, good. It will be mouse click. The action will be to go to the page deck, and it will go to, let's see, it will be page deck. Go to page 1_1, which is the one that has Luna doing her stuff on it. We'll do a transition. We will slide, ease in and out from the right. Okay. Now let's see if it works. If I do a preview now, there's a big button that says See Luna Pull. If we click it, slides over to the right. That's good. Now does this? Oh yeah, that works. Let me get the size of this. Whoa. Man, I should. Oh no, I see where I am here. Good. And we have this gallery that when I scroll, it's all images of Luna doing her lunacy. I guess is a really bad pun I could use there, but whatever. Now here's a problem. I can't get back. Let's figure out a way to get back. Close that. Let me go to that page 1:1. I wonder if I can rename this here. Can I rename it here? I know there's a place I could rename it because I might want to call it like Luna whatever. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's call that Luna Pull. I'm not going to use spaces, don't. I probably have to fix, if I go into the button now, this is my button over here. Page ID, Luna Pull, that's correct. Oh no, it did rename it. That's good. So it will go to it. Let's get a button on the way back. We'll go to components. Here's a button again. We have some other choices here which you can play with, but right now I'm just going to put a button in there. We'll put it down here. I like that. We'll make it bigger. We'll lock that. Maybe like that. That'll probably work. We'll make sure we're on percentages. We'll call this return. And we'll call this return button. You know what? We'll make the color different. As a matter of fact, we'll make it 50% opaque, 0.5. Good. So you can sort of see through it. And we'll also give it a different color. That's the border. Do we want to have a border? Let's give it a red border. That ain't red. That's more like red. Okay. I did that again. Okay. That's a red border. Now we have to put an action on that. You'll see over here we have button return button. I'm going to hit this plus over here. It's going to be a mouse click. On click, it's going to go to the page deck. It's going to go to page. Let's see your page deck. It's going to be page 1. It's going to do a slide. we're going to do ease in and out, and we'll do it from the right because we did it from the left the other time we did it. So if that works, I hit OK. I go to preview. I go to preview. My whole page loads, which has that big button there. If I click that button, my gallery should slide over, and it has a new button on it. I can use my gallery. I can look through it. And then when I'm done, if I click return.
Well, I don't have to look at you guys. So, nothing against
just
you guys.
running. I hate it when I have that running. Okay, so you see I'll be able to go back and forth, return, see Luna
What?
Poll, return, see Luna Poll. You know what? I should change the direction of it because
What?
I want it to slide in from the other side. So let's go back to this button, the return button, button 2, double click it, and we'll slide in from the left. I wonder if my other choices are slide. Slide works. I might try push next time just to see if it makes a difference. Like pushing the content off. Okay. That slides over. That slides back. I like that. That's what I'm looking for. This slides that way. That slides that way. Now, I can have as many pages and galleries as I want hanging off of one page. So I can have a landing page that can have like a dress and an animation starting up, and then it can have different galleries, and then I could go to them and do different stuff on top of them. What are your thoughts on that? That's kind of a lot of stuff, I know. It's worth you giving that a shot because what we're going to do, we're going to show a couple other things next week. You might not believe this, but we're getting into a little bit of coding here. This is actually code, this stuff. It's made it so you just click on it and put it in place, but it's actually writing code on the other side. And what we're going to do next week, which is how we put text into a gallery, is going to require actually going into a little tiny bit of code. It will be small, I promise you. But this gets much closer to interactivity. You might want to look at some of the other components, checkboxes, drop downs. There's also something up here which is called an image button, where you use your own image to make a button. But again, we'll talk about that next week, okay? Okay, I'm going to call that it, guys.